Hello friends, welcome to this edition of Head Notes. I'm happy to come through to you through this medium once again. It's a nice sunny day in Burnsville, Ohio this fall, so which better day than today to record the Head Notes. There are three things for today. First one is to give you a little context, the context in which we are recording today's Head Notes. We looked around with Roger for a spot where we didn't have noise or anything sound, but we couldn't find it. Even right now, there's an aeroplane flying overhead, and there was a machine, heavy machine working, and then there were students playing music in the music box. And you know what? That's good news for us because we have things happening on campus, and we made that decision to have in-person classes during the summer. It was a difficult decision to make, but we made it, and it's working well for us. We have students here. All of us have learned how to wear masks here and to do our social distancing, hand sanitize, all sorts of things. So for me, a great thanks to our students who've been able to make it happen, because without their cooperation, there would be nothing here. In fact, we would have gone back to virtual mode. We have schools around us that have closed because of their COVID-19 cases. We haven't had a single case here, and we are grateful for that. We don't take it for granted, and we are grateful for all of our community members for keeping us open. Because as you know, Olney, for it to work well, all of us have to be in it, and all of us are in it, working together, pulling in the same direction. That's gratifying. And as we go into our winter, we'll just have to keep on practicing those guidelines, following the guidelines, practicing the things we've been practicing this fall. I'm happy, and most students seem to be happy. We've had to make some adjustments, and who hasn't had to make adjustments over the last 7-8 months? So we are open for business and doing well at what we know how to do best, to build community here at Olney Friends School. The second thing for today is to share with you a moment we had today in a meeting for worship. Today's meeting for worship had a very Quakerly card game where people would pick cards and ask questions. One of those questions was, in my group, was, name 3 things you're grateful for and say why. And there were so many things discussed in our small group. And I'll give you some highlights. Most people brought up their parents. They're grateful for their parents. And they said why. It gives them a sense of belonging and the unconditional love. And there are parents out there who don't know that they are children. I mean, we are all children of someone in that room, and they don't know their children actually appreciate all the efforts. I, for one, appreciated my mother's efforts just keeping up with me. I was that child that no one knew what to do with, always active, always getting into something, but she always managed to find a way to channel my energies the right way. And my father, for making me realize in 2011 that we are more alike than different. And that has been so wonderful to see how our relationship has grown over that time. There were other things in there, things that were said that we take for granted. For example, just having a place to sit quietly. That was mentioned, and a place to just feel at home. That sense of belonging once again came up. And I mentioned being grateful for Olney. And it goes back to the first Head Notes we recorded. Why I'm grateful for all is that we all come here with our stories, and we are all accepted. Most of us are here on healing journeys. And this is my 3rd year, starting on my 3rd year as head of school, and the healing continues. And that's what's so special about Olney Friends School. You can come with your story, and it's okay. Whatever brought you here, and you can be at peace with yourself. And that's not exactly how things happen outside here, but here it's how it goes at Olney, and we are grateful for that. So that's a moment in meeting for worship, that with whatever is going on outside these walls, whatever is happening in the world, we took a moment to reflect on our lives. What are we grateful for? What are we thankful for? How can we project ourselves in the future? What do we see ourselves doing 10, 20 years from now? Most people are talking about helping the world, helping those in need, service to others. And that's Olney Friends School in a nutshell. When we hold our alumni gatherings, you see people who are serving humanity in different ways. And that's so important to remember in these days that we are in. I mean, it's so easy to be fixated on the negative that you forget about all those positives. And so it brings me to the third thing. Here in the US, we've just had the election. We are waiting for the outcome of the presidential election and others, and we'll see what happens. But whatever happens, let us not forget to be grateful for those things that, that make us who we are, those things that keep us strong in these difficult times. So whatever happens, and others are having an election in different parts of the world. I know Uganda is having an election. Whatever the outcome, at least there are things to still be grateful for, and there are ways to make it through any rough time. And that's what we try to model here at Olney. Final message for those new students who are coming to Olney: we are so happy that embassies are opening up again and that you're getting your visas. We are here, we are open. Already we had Mike, Mike arrived, Alice arrived, and we have a way to integrate them into community, which includes COVID-19 testing. So we are keeping our precautions, but we are welcoming new members, and that makes us strong. We are strong in our diversity, and we'll keep going. So friends, thank you. We hope to hear from you sometime soon. And those of you who've already sent us messages, thank you very much, and we send our love your way. Thank you, everyone.